story that caught my eye came out November 10th from Matt Hughes in the Daily Mail. An exclusive. Says Liverpool are up a £40 million move for Leeds' 17-year-old star Archie Gray, just 3 months after his first team debut as Premier League clubs take notice of the brilliant midfielder. I mean, £40 million for a 17-year-old. That just that was the first thing. I mean, I'll be honest.
That's the headline, isn't it? You know,
literally. Yeah.
40 million is huge, and I can't. I was speaking just before we came on. Leeds have only sold 2 players, I think, in the history for that price, and they were Calvin Phillips, who was an England international in 26, 27. And Rafinha, who's a Brazilian international who went to Barcelona. So the idea that £40 million for however talented a young lad is, and we're talking about Stefan Bajcetic at 19 and still having lots to prove, and we're talking about Harvey Elliott at 20 with nearly 100 games under his belt, still having a bit to prove. Archie Gray got an awful lot to prove, and I think 40 million seems like a huge thing. I think he's obviously, I think there's a contract negotiation going on there with Leeds. Obviously he's seen as a big thing, and he's got obviously a huge family history with Leeds, with his uncle, is it Eddie, or grandfather? So I think there's a little bit of that at play as well, in terms of agents putting clubs in, and Liverpool we've seen used in the past. But what I would say is Liverpool, and also any other big club, would always be aware of a 17-year-old who's making waves in any football league, really, but in the Championship in particular, and a big club like Leeds.
I'm playing every week.
He's played all but one, is he?
He's their first choice right back, yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, and he's played in midfield as well, hasn't he? So, of course, it's an interesting player, but I would be amazed if Liverpool or anyone went and spent £40 million on him at this stage, unless they were convinced that he was the best young player in the world, or in the country,
and especially for a position where they got one. Like I'd understand. I'd understand if he's a right back, predominantly plays centre mid, but DM/right back. Well, we've got one of them.
And quite a good one as well.
He's pretty good. He's the vice captain of the football. If Liverpool were going to sign a kid, a real young kid, you would feel it would be they go down the train on. You wrote of a young lad.
Yeah, or Calvin Ramsey. I know. Like I've mentioned him twice in this show. I mean, he's back. Great news for him, by the way. He's back training with Preston. He played a Lancashire Cup game recently, but they've done that with him. They've obviously had Nico Williams there, who they couldn't give him enough football. Probably, being brutally honest, didn't think he was at the level to go and ever be the first choice player for Liverpool. But a good player, Nico Williams, a Welsh international. They went and bought Calvin Ramsey for a few million because they think he's a development player that can potentially come in and be a good rotation option. He's had obviously terrible luck. If you're paying 40 million for a 17-year-old kid, I'd want to see him playing games.
You'd have to be in the team.
Yeah, I don't think, however much potential he's got, and however sort of, time on his side he might have with his age, that's a big outlay to say that. You would have to be convinced that he's going to be in your team pretty quickly, and albeit he's playing really well for Leeds at the right end of the Championship, and good luck to him. Brilliant. Love seeing young players come through at the hometown clubs. I'd still want to see a bit more before I was signing that cheque.
Absolutely, and again, I've got no doubt about Liverpool. If there's a 17-year-old playing first team football anywhere in Europe, Liverpool will be aware of them. Again, I'm not doubting that there might be an interest in, of course. There was, don't know where it would be. I don't know, man. That would be probably the most on Liverpool. I get Liverpool signing young players because that's the model, but £40 million.
Absolutely.
It just baffles me.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, like you say, they've signed younger players there in the past. Kate Gordon, who played in the first team, Ben Doe, who played for Celtic,
Harvey Elliott,
Harvey Elliott,
like
Fabio Carvalho, from Fulham. They signed them with the clear proviso that they're good, but it'll take time before they're getting into the first team. If you're putting 40 million down, or any, and listen, I don't doubt. By the way, this is not me, Matthew's story. It's more the 40 million might be the package. It might be the sort of, we'll give you 5 million, and if he wins 4 Ballon d'Ors in 4 years, we'll give you an extra 10, that kind of thing. But to commit anything like even 20 million, would be. It would be a huge statement on a young lad's talent, and I'm not sure Liverpool would make that kind of statement. I'm not sure many clubs would make that kind of statement. Maybe Chelsea.
Chelsea are going to buy 41 million for him tomorrow after reading this one. But again, it does kind of open the question of like the Liverpool process of when they sign young players. You mentioned a few there, but even more, they have been really good. You mentioned Trey the other day was on the bench, 16 or just taking
Callum Scanlon.
Yeah, like lads who that tends to be the way they go about it. I mean, unless Archie Gray is like the next, I don't know, Roberto Carlos, but on the other side, the next Trent Alexander-Arnold's probably a better option. Yeah, like it just feels a bit over the top. But what I would say is that he's under contract till 2025. He's 17. This could even be greasing wheels for further down the line. I mean, let's have a look when he's 19. Let's see where he is when he's 20.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the way I would put it is this: would Liverpool pay the £40 million for the best player in the Championship? I'm talking about the best player, like undeniably. I don't know who that would be, but
Dewsbury Hall or something like that.
Yeah, you know, like that. Yeah,
maybe.
Probably not.
No.
So to the youngest, the hottest prospect in the Championship, not really. But yeah, you're right. If he then goes on and Leeds get promoted, then he's in the Premier League, and you've done that groundwork, and you think, wow, he's a top player, and he's moving up he's doing the Jude Bellingham route, and he's going up towards the first team of England and all that. You know, then yeah, maybe. But yeah. It feels early now. But one thing I would say is it makes you want to watch Leeds a little bit, doesn't it? You know, I know they had a good win. They beat Leicester recently, didn't they, on a Friday night, and they're right up the right end. Daniel Farke's got them going after, you know, taking on a tough job. What are they, second or third in the league? Third, yeah.
It's
I mean, the two at the top are flying, aren't they, with Ipswich and Leicester? But Leeds have got themselves in. They're brilliant to see Preston, by the way, in fifth. Ryan Lowe. Scouse, Tyler Morton in 8th as well with Hull City. He's playing every week in England on the 21 squad. Great for him, great for Liverpool. So yeah, gives you a little bit to watch at the top of the Championship.
So mate, Ipswich just come up and
I mean, he's one of those rare examples, I suppose, isn't he, Kieran McKenna, of a coach with a real big reputation that goes and takes a number one job. And often I sort of look at them and go, okay, yeah, good luck, mate, and we'll see you back as a first team coach somewhere. And he's actually gone and left Manchester United and gone and done an unbelievable job. And Maresca the same.
Don't say Leicester's the same.
Yeah, Maresca the same with Leicester. You know, the two of them seem to be real sort of good examples of modern coaches.
Absolutely.
Doing well. And I was impressed by Leicester when they come to Anfield in the Carabao. You know, they looked like they had a way of playing, and them and Ipswich are 8 points clear at the top.
Hey guys, thanks for checking out that clip from this week's Journo Insight. If you want the entire show, it is available right now in video and podcast form over on redmenplus.com. Sign up as a monthly captain. Use the code Journo when you do so, and you'll get the first 2 months for half price. So yeah, go and check out Journo Insight over on redmenplus.com.
Hey, thank you so much for checking out the content today. If you want to get your name in and amongst these wonderful people, then head to redmenplus.com. Join as a Legend tier subscriber. You're going to get free merchandise codes. You're going to get in our Discord, and you're going to get your name at the end of YouTube videos. Yes, redmenplus.com, Legend tier status.